Cells are super important in biology. They are in every single living thing, and in fact that is the first part of the cell theory. The cell theory is made up of three components. First, every living thing is made up of cells. Second, the theory states that cells are the basic units of living things. Finally, all cells are made from already existing cells during cell division. Here we have a cell and it is dividing through mitosis or binary fission if it's a bacteria into two different cells. There are two categories of cells, prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Both types of cells are able to reproduce and have DNA as their genetic material, the gel-like substance called cytoplasm, and ribosomes to make their proteins. Prokaryotes and eukaryotes differ in size, complexity, shape of their DNA, and organelles. Organelles are the small organs of the cell that serve specialized functions. Prokaryotic cells tend to be pretty small. They are very simple in complexity, and they have circular DNA. They do not have a nucleus or any other membrane-bound organelles. And an example of a prokaryotic cell would be bacteria. Sometimes prokaryotic cells have these little tails that are called flagella. In contrast, a eukaryotic cell tends to be pretty big. It's called a complex cell because it has many different components. The shape of its DNA is linear, and so it is in chromosome shape. The chromosomes, remember, are those X-like structures inside the cell. A eukaryotic cell has many organelles, including a nucleus. This is the nucleus right here. Some examples of eukaryotic cells would be animal cells, plant cells, protist cells, and fungi. According to the endosymbiotic theory, prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells are linked evolutionarily. Prokaryotic cells were engulfed or taken in through a process known as endocytosis into another prokaryotic cell and evolved into mitochondria and chloroplasts. This is why, unlike other organelles, mitochondria and chloroplasts have their own DNA, can replicate on their own, and have membranes on the outsides. There are several important eukaryotic organelles that are important to know. First off, this is a plant cell. In a plant cell, we can see the nucleus, and the nucleus contains DNA. Plant cells also have mitochondria, where ATP or energy is made. The lysosome, right here, cleans up cell waste and contains digestive enzymes to do so. The vacuole, which is huge in plant cells, stores water, food, and waste. Ribosomes are where proteins are made. Chloroplasts, these green structures right here, perform photosynthesis in plants, fungi, and some protists as well. Finally, the cell membrane, which is on the outside of the cell, controls what enters and exits the cell. It is also known as semi-permeable. If we compare plant and animal cells, however, they are both eukaryotic cells, but are different in many ways. Plant cells are rectangular shaped and have cell walls and chloroplasts, unlike animal cells. Plant cells also have a very big central vacuole to store water. Animal cells are round-shaped and have centrioles which help in mitosis. Here are the centrioles right here.